All right, let's talk about unlocking one of Windows' oldest, most powerful secrets. This is a feature that can save you a ton of time, and honestly, it'll completely change how you use your PC.
You know the feeling, right? You need to tweak just one little setting or find a program you haven't used in a while. You know it's in there somewhere, but where? So you start clicking and clicking and clicking. How much time do we all waste just hunting? It's a frustration we've all been through.
So the old way, the slow way, it looks something like this, right? You click the Start menu, you scroll through that endless list of apps, you click on Settings, then maybe you dive into System, and then you're just hunting around, hoping to spot the right option. Every single one of those clicks is a little piece of your time and your focus just gone.
But here's the thing. What if I told you all that clicking is completely unnecessary? I mean, what if you could just bypass that entire maze and get exactly where you need to go in basically one step? Well, you can.
This is the run command. It's this simple, super elegant little box that's basically a master key for your entire computer. It's not about browsing or searching, it's about commanding. You tell your PC exactly what you want, and poof, it takes you there, instantly.
So forget all that endless clicking. The new way, it's just two incredibly simple steps. You press the Windows key plus the letter R, you type in your command, and you hit Enter. That's it. You're done. It's really the difference between trying to navigate a maze and just teleporting straight to the finish line.
Okay, so where do we even begin with this? Let's start with the basics, the tools and apps you probably use all the time. Think of these commands as your first words in a new language, the language of your PC.
Let's run through a few. You can even try these out. Need to do some quick math? Windows key plus R, type Calc, hit Enter. Boom, there's your calculator. Need to jot down a quick note? Notepad. Feel like a quick doodle? MS Paint. See how simple and easy to remember these are? It's so much faster than scanning your desktop for the right icon.
And hey, this isn't just for those little utilities. It works for the big stuff too. You can type WinWord to fire up Microsoft Word or Excel to get straight into a spreadsheet. One of my absolute favorites is just typing Explorer to pop open a new File Explorer window. This isn't some party trick. It's a genuine productivity boost for your day-to-day work.
All right, so you've got the basics down. Now, let's level up. We're going to see how the Run command lets you take direct control of your PC's settings, skipping the whole control panel mess entirely.
Now, you'll notice these commands look a little weird. They're not simple names. A lot of them end in .cpl or .msc. That's just a little clue that you're opening a control panel setting or a management console tool. For example, appwiz.cpl, that takes you straight to the Add or Remove Programs list. Need to check on your hardware? devmemgt.msc opens the device manager, just like that. No more digging through menus.
And this just keeps going for pretty much any setting you can think of. Want your printers? Type Control Printers. Need to manage your Wi-Fi? ncpa.cpl. How about checking your firewall? firewall.cpl. You're not just clicking around an interface anymore. You're directly calling up the exact tool you need when you need it.
Ready to go pro? Okay, now we're getting into the commands that let you peek under the hood and see what's really going on with your machine. This is where you make the jump from just being a user to being a power user, someone who can actually diagnose and troubleshoot their own system.
Let's look at two really powerful but different tools. First up, you've got msconfig. Think of this as the one that lets you change things. It controls what programs launch when you start your computer, which is a huge help for speeding up a slow PC. Then you have msinfo32. This one lets you know things. It gives you this super detailed report on all your hardware and software. So really, it's msconfig to change, msinfo32 to know. Simple as that.
Oh man, we've all been there. The Wi-Fi just drops, a website refuses to load, and before you go and restart your router for the 10th time today, you should know that the Run command can be your absolute best friend for figuring out what's wrong.
Okay, here are a couple of serious power moves for when your network is acting up. If you're having those weird connection issues where some sites work and others don't, try ipconfig flush DNS. It often feels like magic. It just clears out old network data and fixes things. And before you start blaming your router, just run ping google.com. If you get a reply back, you know your computer can reach the internet. See? These commands give you real, actual answers, not just some generic error message.
All right, before we get to the last command, the most powerful one we're going to talk about in this explainer, just a quick heads up, a word of caution. We're about to step into the absolute core of the Windows operating system.
This command is regedit. It opens the registry editor.
The best way to think about this is like the DNA of your entire operating system. It holds the low-level settings for, well, for everything. You can make incredibly powerful changes in here, but, and this is a big but, making the wrong change can cause very, very serious problems. This is a tool for advanced users only, and you have to use it with extreme care. Seriously.
You know, what we've covered here is really just scratching the surface. It's just the beginning. The source material for this explainer lists over 156 of these commands. I'm talking everything from system security tools to old games to super obscure configuration panels. There's a direct command for almost anything you can imagine.
So let's just take a step back and look at this journey. A few minutes ago, you were hunting through menus. But now you know how to use direct commands to pop open your daily apps, to manage your system settings, and even to troubleshoot some pretty complex problems. You've basically unlocked a whole new level of efficiency. And really, you've changed your entire relationship with your computer.
So there you have it. You now have the master key to your PC. All that power isn't hidden away in menus anymore. It's literally right there at your fingertips. So the only question left is, what door are you going to open first?